This woman is planning to trap you with the help of her close friend Erden. Open this message now. Archangel Michael says your sight is opening to what they thought impossible to reveal. The woman who always had a smile at family get-togethers has been secretly setting things in motion, picking her moments very carefully. Her friend, the one who used to sit next to her at the cafe and laugh at your jokes, has been quietly guiding all those plans. They move like dancers in a room with lots of mirrors, creating reflections meant to confuse and pull your attention away. Small favors started turning into expectations, and little lies grew into comfortable stories. You began to just accept that they would always be around. Today, though, that feeling of inevitability is dissolving, and what used to be hidden is, clear's throat, now coming out into the open with sharp clarity. Take note of how they would set up meetings that somehow always happened when you were out of town, and how their explanations always felt just a little bit short of the full truth. These aren't just mistakes. They're deliberate choices that formed a map meant to steer your trust towards them and away from your own power. As you're listening right now, that map is burning in their hands and the ashes are scattering in the air like a testimony. Stay focused because what comes next is a very precise account of how they expected to control your life and how you're going to take back control. 678 to affirm this. There were little ways they paid attention to you, like gifts wrapped in smiles that actually had strings attached for later. They led you into situations that felt totally natural because, well, they were designed to seem that way. The hand that pointed you in one direction always hid another hand behind it. Gifts slowly became expectations, and those expectations developed teeth when you didn't follow the script they'd already rehearsed. You started to doubt your own gut feelings because everyone around you seemed to be singing a different tune. The friend who appeared harmless sat there like a counselor at a meeting, nodding as the woman assigned roles for your daily life. Their plan wasn't loud. It was just a series of patient changes to your life. A slow rewriting that you would only really see once it was finished. But now that rewrite is being stopped mid-sentence and the original page is being returned to you untouched and ready. Archangel Michael says, your clarity is a gift and a responsibility. Hold on to it tightly and use it like a lamp in the dark path they tried to build. Don't let doubts planted by others grow roots in the soil that belongs to your heart. Stand strong in the knowledge that what you're figuring out isn't a failure, but a rescue. Tap on 19 Eden 76. They counted on small betrayals that would melt away into excuses until they just seemed normal. They relied on your willingness to forgive, turning mercy into a road that led you right back under their influence. But mercy doesn't have to be blind. And forgiveness doesn't mean giving up. As the truth becomes clear, you'll realize that many of the things you rationalized were actually stitches in a plan sewn together by two people. The friend who went along with it was the one taking notes and passing them like polite messages under a napkin. Every secret appointment, every unexplained delay, every reason you felt isolated, all of it was part of their design. Now all those pieces are being collected and placed where you can see them clearly in full light with no more excuses. You're not the one who messed up. You're the one who was kept in a fantasy until now. The power that comes with this revelation isn't about revenge. It's about wisdom and choosing a better direction for your life. Remember who you are underneath all the fog because that fog is lifting and your true self is stepping forward. Type Amen 5 4 3 2 1 to seal this. As doors that were once shut now open, you'll find allies who have been quietly waiting to tell you what they knew. These allies weren't loud crusaders. They were steady watchers who respected your own timing. They will stand with you now, not to fight your battles for you, but to shine a light on the hidden corners where the plot was put together. With their help, you will rebuild trust with those who truly deserve it and gently distance yourself from those who don't. This isn't a moment for anger to be your guide. Let clarity be the compass that directs your next moves. Every step you take from this point forward will be an act of careful empowerment and a deliberate way of caring for your own peace. Press like on this video if you feel this truth deep down inside, because your affirmation makes the signal stronger for others. Share this message with someone you care about so they can also be protected from hidden schemes and quiet betrayals. Subscribe and stay with us. More is coming that will guide you through the next phase of rebuilding and thriving. As you act, remember the calmness that comes from knowing the full story and choosing what to do with it. Type in 15234. Their plan had one brilliant aspect, the illusion that it was inevitable, a script that made you feel like there were no other options. They painted every possibility in colors that included them and ignored your instincts. And you admired the painting while your own boundaries faded away. Today, you'll learn to see the brush strokes and the fingerprints they left on their own masterpiece. You'll learn to notice the small things they hoped you wouldn't catch, like how a compliment was always a coin to be cashed in later. You'll learn to take back your calendar, your conversations, your choices, and the rhythm of your days. With each moment you reclaim, you're rebuilding the house of your life on foundations that truly belong to you. Archangel Michael says, this isn't just a personal victory. It's a turning point that heals old doubts and opens doors to genuine connections. Let the healing be gentle and steady. And let yourself be surprised by people who love you with no hidden agenda. Those who truly love you will step into your life with open hands and no hidden strings. You'll be amazed at how much easier trust becomes when it's given freely and clearly returned. As you move forward, practice the art of soft boundaries that keep your peace without making your heart hard. Boundaries aren't walls. They're careful lines of respect that save your energy for what truly matters. Teach others how to be in your life by calmly and steadily showing them what's okay and what's not. You don't need to explain every action to those who have shown they can't be relied upon. Your silence can actually be a gentle lesson. Instead of drama, choose rituals of self-respect that anchor your day in small, meaningful habits. Let your morning intentions guide your choices. And let your evenings be the time when you decide what you'll carry forward. When you feel tempted by old patterns, take a breath and remind yourself of the new map you're following. Every small refusal to go back to the old script is a line you're adding to the story you're now writing for your future. This is your manuscript, and you're the author who decides which chapters stay and which are closed. Walk forward into chapters that honor your worth and celebrate your growth. Ian 987. The woman and her friend thought they could downplay the consequences of their actions by wrapping them in charm. Charm can be convincing, but it can't change the reality of truth. Once truth has been invited into the room, and right now truth is arriving like a messenger ringing the doorbell and waiting for you to open it. Open that door gently and let justice be a quiet restoration instead of a public spectacle of shame. Speak your truth with calm authority and let the evidence guide the conversation, not just emotion. When you tell the story, do it with clarity and dignity. So the facts stand like unmovable pillars. Let those who need to leave go with the dignity you still offer them. And let those who stay accept responsibility honestly. This process will refine your circle, leaving you with people who uplift you instead of plotting against you. Your life will naturally reorganize itself around truth, love, and mutual respect in ways that feel lighter and more genuine. Celebrate the small victories and hold on to the steady pace of your healing. Amen. 876. There's beauty in a life rebuilt with purpose and courage. And you'll discover new rhythms that truly resonate with your heart. You'll rediscover simple pleasures like a meal filled with laughter that is entirely your own. You'll find time to breathe deeply and feel proud of the person who refused to be diminished. Your heart will grow confident in its quiet power, and you'll attract companions who reflect that dignity. No grand announcements are needed. The change will be clear in the steady calm of your days. Friends who return now will come with openness, not schemes, and they will respect the boundaries you set. Your future isn't a prize to be fought over. It's a sacred space to be nurtured with care and truth. Keep this video handy and come back to these words whenever you need grounding and gentle courage. Press like one more time if this message has given you the clarity you needed to move forward with grace. Share it quietly with a friend who needs this kind of steady courage today. Type Amen 9999. The friend who seemed loyal was actually the architect of many illusions. She scattered seeds of doubt with soft phrases pretending to care but really guiding the woman to make her moves. They chose moments when you were weak. Moments of loneliness and turned them into stages for their little play. But now the curtain has been pulled back and the audience sees the trick for what it truly is. Your spirit is too vast to be trapped in their tiny design, and that truth scares them. Watch closely because the woman's mask is slipping and her friend's voice is growing faint against the roar of revelation. The lies that once seemed golden now look like rust on broken chains. You were chosen not just to survive their trap, but to grow into a strength they never wanted you to have. This is why you were guided here, to hear with clarity and to move with power. Remember, every trap loses its meaning once you see it for what it truly is. Type M and 87654. Your closeness once felt harmless, a friendship wrapped in laughter and shared secrets. But underneath the laughter was calculation, clear's throat, and beneath the secrets was strategy. They acted like twin shadows, with one distracting you, while the other secretly laid ropes across your path. Even when you sensed something wasn't right, they quickly moved to comfort you with words meant to confuse. Your doubts weren't a weakness. They were the alarm bells heaven placed in your heart. And now those bells are ringing louder, calling you back to the core of your truth. Their unity, which once seemed strong, is cracking under the weight of divine exposure. The alliance they built was never as powerful as they thought. It relied only on you being blind. With your sight restored, their hands are weakening, and their trap is collapsing like sand castles against the tide. What they plotted for you has become their own undoing. Type MN 14321. This isn't just about betrayal. It's about waking up to the future that's meant for you. Archangel Michael says, every moment you stay connected to this message brings blessings closer. The lies that once held you captive are being stripped away, leaving only truth that empowers you. Stand tall in that truth and know that you are supported by unseen forces cheering for your freedom. The woman's plan was to keep you down, but heaven's plan was to lift you higher. The friend's strategy was to silence you, but destiny's design is to make your voice louder. What you're gaining today is clarity, courage, and conviction. Let no one define your worth. Let no one minimize your vision. You are not a victim in this story. You are the conqueror rising from it. Every step from now on will prove their efforts powerless against your divine shield. Type 1 Men 3 4 5 6 7. The schemes they created will soon echo back to them as lessons they can't escape. You don't need to do anything against them. The truth itself is the judgment. The more they scramble to explain themselves, the clearer their guilt becomes to everyone watching. You're stepping into a time when masks fall off and real faces are revealed. This unveiling will shake them more than any confrontation ever could. Stay calm, because calmness is your crown and wisdom is your weapon. Heaven isn't asking you to fight with anger. It's asking you to rise with dignity. Let them see your composure as proof that no trap could ever bind your destiny. You are walking into light, and light is unstoppable. Your shadows are fading and their whispers are dissolving into silence. Type Amen 87654. As you claim this truth, open your heart to love that comes with no hidden strings. Real love doesn't manipulate, it sets you free. True friendship doesn't conspire, it supports. You'll now find connections that honor your spirit instead of plotting against it. These new bonds will feel different, lighter, stronger, cleaner. They won't ask you to dim your light. They'll celebrate it. And as you grow in this new energy, the contrast will make the false ones more obvious than ever before. You won't need to loudly expose them. Their own actions will reveal them to everyone. Let the evidence of your peace and growth be the loudest answer. The woman and her friend will understand too late that heaven's design outsmarted their schemes. Type Amen 89765. Every story of betrayal carries the seed of transformation. This is your moment to turn pain into wisdom, doubt into clarity, and fear into courage. Archangel Michael says, the very stones they tried to place in your way will become stepping stones to higher ground. Lift your head and know this chapter is already turning in your favor. The strength you feel now will carry into every decision you make from here. It will guide you to people who honor truth, to opportunities built on honesty, and to blessings untouched by deception. Stay rooted in gratitude, because gratitude amplifies your shield and strengthens your steps. Say thank you for the clarity even when it stings, because it clears the path of traps. Say thank you for the awakening, because it delivers you to freedom, and say thank you for the unseen support that lifted you out of their design. Type Amen 99876. The trap was planned, but your release was far greater. The scheme was written, but the right to decide belonged to you. The woman and her close friend thought they had written the final act, but they miscalculated. They forgot heaven always holds the pen that decides the ending. That ending is unfolding now, and you are rising above the lines they carved. Every lie they told is fuel for your transformation. Every scheme they built is evidence of your importance in destiny's eyes. Take this as proof that you are meant for more, because no one plots against what has no value. You are valuable, chosen, and surrounded by a light they can never extinguish. Walk forward and let this moment be your eternal turning point. Type Amen 45678. Archangel Michael says, the deeper the plot they designed, the brighter the revelation will be that destroys it. You were never meant to stay inside their illusion, because your spirit carries a light that no shadow can fully hide. The woman's voice once felt soft, gentle, convincing, but now every word reveals the truth she tried to cover. Her close friend, the one who always agreed with her, acted like a mirror, reflecting her intentions back into your life. Together, they moved like chess players, thinking 3 steps ahead, setting traps where you least expected them. But heaven has always been infinitely more steps ahead. And that's why this message reached you before the trap could close. Don't be fooled by the silence they're keeping now. Silence itself is proof of guilt when the truth comes out. Every lie whispered is echoing back into their lives. Every plot is becoming their own chain. And while they're looking for control, you're rising higher into a freedom they can't touch. Stay focused on these words because each line builds the shield that guards your future. Type them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Their game relied on secrecy, and secrecy only works when there's no light. But today, the light is burning brighter than ever, cutting through their layers of deception. She wanted you to trust her more than yourself, to give her authority over your decisions. Her friends supported every word with false backing, so you'd think both voices were telling the truth. It was never truth. It was an agreement, a performance, a script written to distract your soul. Yet, every performance needs an audience. And today you're no longer watching from the dark. You are standing on stage as the leading role. And the actors who tried to trick you are losing their place. This shift is the moment Archangel Michael promised would come. The moment destiny reveals the hidden strings. You are no puppet. You are the one chosen to cut the strings. And once cut, they can't bind you again. Type them in 7891. The woman's plan seemed clever, but it was built on shaky foundations of lies. Her close friend thought loyalty to deceit would bring power. But loyalty to lies only leads to downfall. They are already starting to feel the weight of their choices pressing down on them. Those who have been watching quietly from the outside are beginning to see the truth, and eyes are turning. Their charm will no longer blind those around them because exposure breaks illusions. When you carry yourself with calm strength, their nervousness will show itself. Every word they speak now will sound hollow. Every action will look rehearsed. Meanwhile, your truth will flow naturally like water that can't be held back. You will rise above, not by shouting, but by walking in dignity. And dignity will always win over deception. Type Amen 3701. Your victory isn't just personal, it's generational. The choices you make today will have an impact on the lives of those who come after you. By breaking free from this trap, you're teaching others how to recognize schemes before they get too tight. You're showing them how to trust their instincts, how to protect their hearts, how to stand in truth. This is why heaven stepped in. Your story isn't only yours. It's a guide for others. Press like on this message now to really absorb this truth into your heart and to spread light to others. Share it with someone close to you because they too might be caught in a net they can't see yet. And subscribe to stay connected to these words because the journey continues and heaven will keep guiding you. You are part of something bigger. A chain of freedom being built link by link. And your link is strong, unbreakable, chosen. MN 56789. When you look back at this time, you won't see failure. You'll see transformation. The betrayal won't sting anymore. It will shine as proof of your resilience. The schemes won't haunt you anymore. They will be reminders of how far you've risen. The woman and her friend will fade into the background of your story. Characters with no power in the chapters ahead. Instead, your focus will be on the blessings opening in front of you. Blessings of peace that no one can disturb. Blessings of love that carry no agenda. Blessings of abundance shaped by honesty. Every step you take forward will confirm heaven's promise that no trap can destroy what is divinely protected. Archangel Michael says, your shield is strong and your steps are guided. Walk forward boldly without fear because the truth has already secured your future. This is your season of undeniable victory. Type Amen 42345. Archangel Michael says the path ahead is glowing with truth and the lies that surrounded you are dissolving like smoke. The woman who thought she was so clever is now restless because her intentions are being exposed one by one. Her close friend, the one she relied on for secrecy, is starting to slip up and make mistakes. Together, they believed their unity was unbreakable. But every alliance built on lies eventually falls apart. They whispered in corners. They smiled in shadows. But they forgot heaven hears and sees everything. Your awakening is the sound of chains breaking. And the more you listen, the more their control vanishes. They can't stop this unraveling. It has already begun and destiny will carry it to completion. You are stepping into a higher level of awareness where deceit no longer holds any power over you. Every attempt to confuse you now fails instantly because your clarity has become a wall they can't cross. Stay close to this message because each word is strength added to your shield. Type Amen 24789. Their trap was designed to play on your trust. But trust isn't a weakness. It's proof of your heart's greatness. They saw that greatness and wanted to claim it for themselves, to bend it to their desires. But the divine plan has always been to turn their manipulation into your awakening. Now you see clearly. Now you feel the difference between true loyalty and a performance. The woman thought she could keep acting endlessly. But even the best actress forgets her lines when the truth arrives. Her friend thought silence would keep her safe. But silence becomes guilt when truth stands in the room. You are no longer blinded. You are enlightened and that light will guide your choices. Notice how their presence feels heavy now. Notice how their words sound forced. That heaviness is exposure and that force is weakness. The game they played is ending and you are the one holding the winning card. Type Amen 46789. Don't mistake this ending for destruction. It's the beginning of a new freedom. Every scheme they built is clearing the way for blessings to come in. Archangel Michael says, you are walking into a season where hidden doors will open. These doors lead to relationships that honor your worth, opportunities shaped by truth, and peace that money can't buy. The lies they used to distract you are being replaced with clarity that empowers you. What once confused you will now become clear, patterns you can recognize instantly. The moment you sense falsehood, your spirit will warn you and protect you. You will never again be caught in their net because the net itself has been torn apart. Rejoice in this revelation because it means your journey is moving to a higher level. You are not the same as before. You are wiser, stronger, and unshakable. Type Mn 32876. Their confidence was only borrowed from your silence. When you start speaking your truth, their power quickly returns to nothing. You don't need to shout. You don't need to rage. Your calmness itself is victory. The woman will try to act like nothing happened, but her eyes will give her away. Her close friend will attempt to defend her, but hesitation will show the cracks in their story. Truth is patient, and patience always exposes deception at the right moment. Already those around you are starting to notice the shift. They sense the imbalance. They see the nervous movements and they question what once seemed normal. This questioning is the ripple effect of your awakening. It is proof that your light is spreading. touching others with the same clarity you now hold. Type 67,543. Don't be afraid of their reaction, for their reaction is proof of their exposure. You owe them no explanation, only the dignity of silence and distance. Every moment you choose peace over conflict is another moment you grow stronger. The woman and her friend can't argue with destiny, and destiny has already spoken. Your story is no longer tied to their schemes. It is tied to divine timing. Trust the timing, because it is arranging blessings beyond what they ever thought possible for you. They wanted to trap you in a small life, but you are stepping into greatness. They wanted to dim your light, but your light is shining brighter than ever. Archangel Michael says their plan has become your testimony. The same trap meant to weaken you has built a foundation of unstoppable strength. Type Amen 526078. Look around you now with new eyes. Notice the people who stand beside you with no hidden agenda, only respect. Notice the blessings already forming in small ways, preparing for larger breakthroughs. Your life is reorganizing itself, and the false ties are being cut one by one. This is not coincidence. This is orchestration from above. Every disappointment you faced because of them is being turned into redirection towards something better. Don't chase what is leaving. Let it go with calm assurance. What is coming is pure, truer, and more aligned with who you really are. The woman and her friend cannot follow you into this season. Their chapter is closed, and your new chapter begins with victory written in bold. Type MN 7311. Even in their plotting, they unknowingly confirmed how important you are. No one conspires against something that has no value. Their attention on you was proof of your significance, though they tried to twist it for harm. But heaven has taken that proof and transformed it into a testimony of your worth. Your value cannot be stolen, cannot be reduced, cannot be rewritten. It is etched into your very being, stamped by destiny, protected by Archangel Michael's shield. Take this as a reminder of who you are and what you carry. Walk into the days ahead with your head held high, because heaven is proud of your endurance. Their story ends with their schemes, but your story continues with glory, and nothing they do can change that. Type Amen 89543. Press like right now if this message resonates with your spirit. Share this message so that others may escape the traps of hidden agendas. Subscribe and stay with us, because this journey isn't finished. More blessings, more revelations, more victories are ahead. And you will be part of every step, receiving guidance and clarity. The woman who tried to trap you will fade into irrelevance. Her friend who helped her will watch as their plan disappears. But you will rise higher, celebrated for your resilience and truth. This is the story heaven wanted you to know, the shield it wanted you to carry. Archangel Michael says, walk boldly now, for you are free. Type them in 928 and 76. Archangel Michael says, the truth that was hidden is now like thunder echoing through every corner of your life. The woman who worked in shadows is struggling to keep her mask in place as cracks spread across her facade. Your close friend, the silent co-conspirator, can no longer carry the weight of so many lies. Every step they take is heavy. Every word they speak sounds hollow, and the world is beginning to notice. Their plan was designed to weaken you slowly, to make you doubt your strength and lean only on them. But instead of weakness, it has produced an awakening so powerful it shakes the very foundation of their scheme. This is the moment where roles reverse. The hunter becomes the hunted, and the trap becomes the free. The script they rehearsed so carefully has slipped from their hands and you are rewriting the ending. Stay with this message because it's not just a story. It is a prophecy unfolding before your eyes. Your destiny is claiming you back from their hands, and no force can stand against it. Type Amen 46211. When you look at her now, you'll see the uneasiness behind her smile. When you hear her voice, you'll notice the tremor hidden in her words. These aren't signs of confidence. They are signs of guilt and exposure. The close friend who once seemed loyal will avoid your gaze, unable to meet your eyes with honesty. They built their trap believing secrecy would protect them. But secrecy has collapsed under the light of truth. Archangel Michael says, their alliance was never stronger than your spirit and your spirit has prevailed. They underestimated you. They underestimated heaven and they underestimated the power of revelation. This is why they are restless. This is why their plans are failing in silence. You don't need to fight them. Truth itself has already fought for you and truth has already won. Type Amen 34 of 211. Their whispers once seemed convincing because they worked together to echo the same lie. But now, even when they agree, it sounds false to anyone who listens closely. Their timing is off, their words are rehearsed, and their laughter feels forced. The energy they once used to control situations is now spent covering their tracks. But no matter how much they cover, the truth bleeds through the cracks like light through broken glass. You are walking in that light step by step with a shield that nothing can penetrate. What once felt like confusion now feels like clarity, and what once seemed heavy now feels lifted. Your discernment has sharpened. You can see deception from afar. You will never again be bound by false ties because you now recognize their patterns. That recognition is your power and it cannot be taken. Type Amen 78543. Archangel Michael says, this awakening isn't punishment. It's preparation. You are being prepared for blessings that demand clarity, for opportunities that require strength. The woman's trap was an obstacle, but every obstacle is also a teacher. You have learned to listen to your spirit, to honor your intuition, to value your worth. These lessons are treasures greater than gold because they protect you for the future. The close friend who helped her is proof that not all smiles are genuine. But from now on, genuine people will be drawn to you while the false ones will fall away. Your energy has shifted. Your spirit has risen and deception can't stand in your presence anymore. This is why heaven allowed this truth to reach you today right on time. Because your next chapter begins now, not later. Type Amen 228076. The betrayal they planned won't break you. It will build you. It will remind you that not everyone deserves access to your trust. It will guide you to build stronger boundaries that protect your peace. It will inspire you to surround yourself only with those who walk in honesty. Don't grieve what is lost, for it was never truly yours. It was a mask. Celebrate what is revealed because revelation is always a gift. The woman and her friend can't survive in the world of truth you are stepping into. They will fade into irrelevance while you shine brighter than ever before. This isn't the end of your story. It's the victorious beginning. Carry this truth with pride, for it is your shield and your crown. Type Amen 89234. Already doors are opening that were once closed. You'll notice opportunities arriving as if they were waiting for this exact moment. The delay you once felt wasn't failure. It was protection until the truth was exposed. Now that the truth is here, the path is clear for blessings to flow freely. Archangel Michael says, your spirit is ready to hold the abundance coming your way. No trap could ever stop what heaven has written for you. The woman and her friend tried to block it, but they only delayed themselves. What belongs to you will never pass you by. It is written. It is sealed. Type Amen 56, 321. Let this be the season you reclaim your confidence. The confidence they tried to strip away, the confidence they feared. Walk boldly because boldness is your inheritance. Speak clearly because your voice is no longer silenced. Love freely because real love is waiting to enter. Don't waste energy on proving them wrong. Your life itself will be proof. Every success, every blessing, every smile of peace will speak louder than any defense. The world will see the difference between you and those who plotted. And the difference will honor you, not them. That is justice delivered in its purest form. Type MN 92-345. Press like now to fully claim this clarity in your life. Share this message so that others may also escape the silent traps of deceit. Subscribe and stay with us, for this journey will continue to guide you step by step. You are never alone. Archangel Michael walks beside you, shielding and lifting you. Every word here is more than a message. It is a living shield around your spirit. The woman will wonder how her plan failed so suddenly. Her close friend will question why silence no longer protects them. And you will smile, not with arrogance, but with peace. Because you know heaven fought for you. You are free. You are protected and you are chosen. Carry this truth boldly into tomorrow. For the best is yet to come. Type MN 6521. Your spirit has stepped into a battlefield where truth is the weapon and peace is the victory. The woman who thought she was clever is now stumbling because her script no longer matches reality. Her close friend, once a steady accomplice, is losing strength as the burden of secrecy grows heavier. They wanted control, but their control has dissolved into chaos because exposure changes everything. You were never meant to carry their lies. You were meant to rise above them. This rising is happening right now. Even as these words reach you, the heaviness you once felt is lifting, replaced with clarity sharp enough to cut through deception. The more you hear, the stronger your shield grows, and the less their power touches you. They are watching their own trap turn against them while you step forward untouched. Stay rooted, because what is happening now is not just revelation, it is restoration. Type Amen 32456. Their unity was strong only in secrecy. Now that truth is revealed. Their alliance is cracking like glass under pressure. The woman who led the plan is blaming her friend while the friend is blaming her back. Loyalty built on lies cannot survive the fire of exposure. Archangel Michael says their bond is falling apart because heaven has decided enough is enough. They cannot rebuild what has already been torn down by truth. You may even see them distance themselves from one another, pretending the plan never existed. But the evidence of their actions will not disappear. It lingers like footprints on sand. And heaven ensures those footprints lead back to them. Your role is not to chase them, but to walk confidently away into your own destiny. Type MN 56234. You are entering a chapter where trust will be your crown. The betrayals of yesterday are the teachers that protect your tomorrow. Now you know what manipulation feels like, so you will recognize sincerity instantly. The woman thought she could confuse you forever, but confusion has no power in the light. Her friend thought their silence was protection, but silence has become a heavy chain, and you are free from chains, stepping into freedom with dignity. Freedom isn't loud. It is calm. It is steady. It is unshakable. This calmness is your strength. This steadiness is your shield. With each step forward, blessings are unlocking because you chose clarity over chaos. Your future will no longer carry the weight of falsehood. Type MN 45321. Press like if you feel this freedom settling into your soul right now. Share this message so others can also find light in the middle of manipulation. Subscribe to stay connected because heaven will keep sending words of clarity through this channel. Archangel Michael says, your loyalty to truth is opening new doors of opportunity. Doors that were locked by lies are swinging wide open. Clear's throat, you will walk into new relationships that are honest and supportive. You will attract friends who do not conspire but encourage. You will discover opportunities that are genuine without hidden motives. Your energy is shifting and deception cannot follow where you are going. This is the promise of your next season. Type Amen 72987. The woman's biggest mistake was believing you would remain blind. She misjudged your patience. She misused your kindness. She underestimated your strength. Her friend's biggest mistake was joining a plan destined to collapse. Together they thought they were strong, but their strength was borrowed from your silence. And silence is no longer your companion. This truth is louder than their whispers, brighter than their shadows, and stronger than their bond. Already their confidence is shrinking. Already their control is failing. The trap has turned into their prison while you walk freely beyond it. This reversal is not chance. It is divine justice. And justice always arrives on time. Type Amen 27891. Archangel Michael says, let this be your reminder. You are chosen and chosen ones cannot be defeated by deception. Your path has been cleared by the hands of heaven itself. Every delay, every confusion, every shadow was only a setup for this breakthrough. Now clarity shines where darkness once reigned. Now confidence stands where doubt once lived. You have been equipped with wisdom, and wisdom is a treasure no one can steal. Do not mourn the people leaving your life. They were never meant to stay. Celebrate the space now opening for those who will walk with you in honesty. Celebrate the blessings that come without chains, without whispers, without schemes, because these blessings are eternal, and they are yours. Type Amen 53678. Even now, new strength is being built in your heart. You are learning to trust your spirit more deeply than before. You are learning to listen to intuition as the guiding voice heaven placed within you. You are learning to place boundaries not out of fear but out of wisdom. These lessons are shaping you into a leader of your own destiny. The woman and her friend thought they could bend you to their plan. But heaven has bent their plan back toward themselves. Their downfall is not your concern. Your rise is. Look forward, not back, because the horizon is glowing with blessings. The horizon belongs to you. Type MN 84567. When the story of this season is told, it won't be about betrayal. It will be about transformation. The focus won't be on their lies, but on your growth. Your testimony will inspire others to walk away from deception. Your strength will be proof that no scheme can hold back someone chosen by heaven. This message itself is proof. You were guided here for a reason. It wasn't chance. It was divine timing. You are hearing what you needed exactly when you needed it. Now is the time to embrace your truth fully and fearlessly. Now is the time to step into the destiny that was always waiting. Archangel Michael says, "Walk boldly, for the shield of heaven is around you." Type him in 992567. Archangel Michael says, "Every attempt they made to entangle you has already failed in the unseen realm. The woman who thought she could hide her intentions is already restless in her silence. Her close friend who whispered encouragement to her schemes is losing the courage to stand beside her. Together they believed their alliance was unshakable. But heaven has scattered their foundation into dust. You were not called to be their victim. You were called to be their witness of truth. This truth is not meant to break you, but to reveal your strength in full clarity. The trap they formed has now turned into their own cage while you step into freedom. The power they believed they held has vanished like smoke in the wind, and the authority you thought you had lost has been returned to your hands in fullness. Stand tall, for heaven has honored your endurance with victory. Type Amen 32890. Their strategy relied on shadows, but shadows cannot survive in the presence of light. Every lie they told you was a brick in the wall of deception. But light is breaking that wall apart. The woman's charm no longer works because truth has stripped her mask away. Her close friend's silence no longer protects because guilt speaks louder than words. They miscalculated your patience, mistaking it for weakness when patience was your hidden strength. They miscalculated your kindness, thinking it meant blindness, when kindness was your hidden shield. Now both patience and kindness have become weapons of truth against their schemes. Your heart is steady, your vision is sharp, and your spirit is unshakable. They cannot touch you because the season of their influence is over. You have stepped into a chapter where deception collapses at your feet. Type Amen 53-11. Archangel Michael says, you must see this moment not only as a release, but as preparation. The pain you endured has taught you discernment sharper than any blade. The betrayal you faced has shown you who belongs and who must be removed. These lessons will guide you into future blessings, ensuring only the genuine remain near. This is why heaven revealed their plan before it was complete to protect your destiny. The woman thought her trap was clever, but it was only a stage for your awakening. Her friend thought silence was power, but silence became a mirror of guilt. Now their names are tied not to control, but to failure, and your name is tied not to weakness, but to triumph. This is the power of divine reversal. Type MN 67543. Their eyes will now reveal what their words cannot hide. The nervous glances, the unfinished sentences, the sudden attempts at distance. These are signs of their unraveling, signs that heaven has exposed them fully. You no longer need to search for evidence. Their own actions will testify. The trap was never strong enough to defeat destiny, and destiny has chosen you. Let go of anger, because anger gives them space they don't deserve. Hold on to peace, because peace is the crown that will silence them more than rage. You don't need revenge. Truth itself is justice, and that justice is already unfolding in your favor. Walk with quiet dignity and let heaven fight the battles unseen. Type Amen 23876. The woman and her close friend will realize too late that heaven's design cannot be interrupted. Their trap was a failed attempt against someone chosen and protected. This protection isn't only for today. It stretches into every tomorrow you will walk. Your future is sealed with favor and their betrayal cannot remove it. Archangel Michael says, your shield is unbreakable, and your steps are ordered. Every delay you once felt is now transformed into acceleration. Blessings long held back are rushing toward you, unstoppable and undeniable. Peace is returning to your mind and strength is returning to your days. You will look back at this time not with bitterness but with gratitude because their scheme became the proof of your resilience. Type Amen 72987. This message isn't for you alone. It is for others connected to you. The same shield covering you will cover those you love. The same light exposing deception here will reveal it wherever it tries to hide near your circle. Your testimony will inspire them to walk away from traps disguised as friendships. Your story will guide them to trust their instincts and honor their worth. Press like now if this resonates deeply because it seals the truth in your heart. Share this message so that someone you love may escape their own hidden snare and subscribe to continue receiving clarity, strength, and protection from heaven's hand. This is a journey of victory and you are chosen to lead it. Stand tall because your life is now a beacon for others. Type him in 925-67. Archangel Michael says, the trap was never stronger than your destiny. Their whispers were never louder than your calling. Their alliance was never greater than your protection, and their failure will always stand as proof that you are chosen. Take every step now with courage, for courage is your armor. Take every decision now with wisdom, for wisdom is your shield. Take every breath now with gratitude, for gratitude opens doors no one can close. The woman and her friend cannot walk this new path with you. It was never theirs to walk. Only those who honor truth will remain and they will be your strength. This is the promise heaven seals over you now. Type them in 56234. The end of their story is not your end. It is your beginning. The silence they wanted for you has been replaced by your voice. The weakness they wished upon you has been replaced by your power. The loneliness they planned for you has been replaced by your circle of genuine love. Every area of your life touched by their schemes is now being restored double. Every tear you shed is being counted and every moment of pain is turning into purpose. The woman who thought she held your future is watching it slip from her hands. Her close friend who stood beside her is watching the plan collapse. And you are walking freely, guided by destiny and covered by heaven. This is your season of victory. Type him in 85342. Archangel Michael says the light of heaven is burning through every layer of their plan. The woman who thought her beauty, her charm, her words would cover her true motives will be exposed. Her close friend who once nodded and whispered alongside her is feeling the weight of guilt grow heavier each day. They built their story on manipulation. But manipulation cannot stand in the presence of truth. Every lie they spoke is now unraveling thread by thread. Every false smile they wore is breaking into nervous glances. And every shadow they hid behind is being pierced with the flame of clarity. You are standing in the center of this revelation. Not as the victim but as the chosen one. They are losing their grip while you are gaining ground. The shift has begun and nothing can stop what heaven has set in motion. Type men 43211. They never imagined this message would reach you because they trusted in secrecy. They counted on your silence, your trust, your forgiving nature. They believed you would overlook small betrayals, not realizing each small act added up to exposure. Archangel Michael says, patience has worked like a sword here, cutting through their timeline. They thought they had more time to complete the trap, but their time has ended. The woman now fears her own reflection because she sees truth staring back at her. The close friend cannot sleep in peace because guilt whispers louder than her lies. And you, the one they thought weak, are rising into power with grace. This grace is not loud, but it is undeniable and it terrifies them. For grace is the proof that heaven is standing with you. Type Amen 56921. Remember this. Heaven does not reveal without purpose. The trap exposed today is not only to protect you. It is to elevate you. The pain you once carried is now transformed into wisdom. The confusion you once felt is now replaced with discernment. Every area of your life they tried to control is being returned to you in full strength. The doors they tried to close are opening again, this time wider than before. The blessings they thought they could block are now rushing into your hands. What they meant for harm has become the soil for your elevation. Archangel Michael says the tables have turned completely and this turn will remain permanent. Type Amen 62453. Look carefully and you will see how their alliance is falling apart. The woman blames her friend in private while her friend questions her loyalty. Cracks are forming in the friendship that once looked unshakable because loyalty built on lies is no loyalty at all. It is desperation. They tried to bind each other through deceit. But deceit cannot stand under pressure. Already they are restless. Already their unity is breaking. And you are watching it all with steady calmness. Do not be distracted by their drama. Their unraveling is their own. Your role is not to chase after it, but to move forward into peace. Peace is your crown, and peace is your victory. Type Amon 753:21. Archangel Michael says, calmness is your crown in this season. When you hold peace, deception crumbles without you lifting a hand. The woman will try to mask her fear, but she cannot hide it forever. Her friend will attempt to defend her, but hesitation will expose the truth. You will see them retreat little by little because they cannot withstand your clarity. The same clarity that frightened them is now the light that protects you. Do not engage their drama. Simply walk forward with steady steps. For every step you take forward is proof that you are untouchable. Your future is safe, guarded, and unstoppable, and their influence over you has ended permanently. Type Men 89321. The blessings coming next are greater than the betrayal behind you. This is why you were guided to hear these words today. Your new relationships will carry no hidden motives, no secret agendas. Your opportunities will come clean without manipulation. Your peace will grow stronger each day because truth is now your foundation. This is not just a new chapter. It is a whole new book of destiny. The woman and her friend cannot follow into this new story. Their names are written in the past while your name is written in the future. You are stepping into abundance that cannot be stolen, and you will shine brighter than ever before. Type MN 23876. Press like right now if this word resonates deeply in your soul. Share this message with someone who needs the same clarity in their life, and subscribe because the journey of truth and victory will continue to flow through this channel. Archangel Michael says, you are chosen not only to survive, but to thrive. Your testimony will inspire others to leave behind traps and walk into light. Your courage will encourage them to trust their intuition. Your blessings will remind them that heaven rewards those who endure. The woman who plotted against you will become a warning to others. But you will become the example of resilience and divine favor. This is the role heaven has given you. Walk in it with boldness. Type M928076. Every tear you cried is now being replaced with double joy. Every loss you suffered is being restored with greater gain. Every disappointment is turning into redirection toward blessings. The trap they set has become the testimony that lifts your story higher. The betrayal they planned has become the platform for your breakthrough. You are rising now into a season of restoration. Your peace will be steady. Your blessings will multiply. Your heart will glow with freedom. The woman and her friend are powerless to stop what heaven has written. Archangel Michael says, your shield is strong. Your steps are secure. Your future is bright. Walk boldly because your victory is sealed. Type Amen 525-67. Archangel Michael says, the deeper they plotted against you, the higher you are being lifted above their reach. The woman who once looked confident now carries fear in her eyes because the truth has stolen her disguise. Her close friend who once fueled her courage now hesitates to even stand by her side. Together they will plans like threads in a web. But webs cannot hold against the fire of revelation. Each secret they tried to hide is breaking open like cracks in glass. Each lie they repeated is returning to them with a weight they cannot bear. And each move they make now leads them further into the collapse of their own making. Meanwhile, you are rising steadily, free from their control. You were never their prisoner. You were always heaven's chosen. And this moment proves it with undeniable clarity. Type Amen 635-21. The woman's plan relied on your trust. But trust, once betrayed, becomes a sword of discernment. And now every false gesture she makes is clear to you. Every rehearsed smile, every forced kindness is easy to read. Her close friend's silence used to seem harmless, but now it exposes complicity. They thought they were clever by moving quietly, but heaven saw it all. Archangel Michael says, your shield was already in place before their plan began. They believed you would be blind forever, but blindness cannot last where divine vision is given. This vision is now your gift, and no one can remove it. You are stepping into life with eyes wide open, wiser than ever, and wisdom is the greatest protection of all. Type Men 22654. The cracks in their friendship grow wider with every passing day. The woman blamed her friend for mistakes and her friend blames her in return. Accusations rise where loyalty once seemed unshakable because loyalty built on lies isn't loyalty at all. It is desperation. They tried to bind each other through deceit. But deceit cannot stand under pressure. Already they are restless. Already their unity is breaking. And you are watching it all with steady calmness. Do not be distracted by their drama. Their unraveling is their own. Your role is not to chase after it, but to move forward into peace. Peace is your crown and peace is your victory. Type them in 48932. Archangel Michael says, you will now notice doors opening. Where once there were walls, the delay you once endured was not denial. It was protection until exposure was complete. Now that exposure has come, heaven is clearing your path. The blessings held back are ready to pour into your life in abundance. Relationships will appear that are genuine, safe, and free of schemes. Opportunities will unfold without manipulation or hidden agendas. You will no longer question motives because sincerity will prove itself. This is your reward for enduring with patience and grace. This is your moment of divine reversal and nothing can stop it. Type Amen 39223. The woman and her friend underestimated your resilience. They thought betrayal would break you, but it built you instead. They thought lies would confuse you, but they sharpened your clarity. They thought silence would isolate you, but it drew heaven closer to your side. Everything they used to trap you has now strengthened you. Your tears have become rivers of wisdom. Your pain has become the soil of transformation and your endurance has become the key to your blessing. This is why heaven has chosen to honor you now and that honor cannot be taken. Type MN 75321. Press like now if you feel this truth anchoring deep within your heart. Share this message with someone who needs protection from hidden schemes. Subscribe to remain connected because the flow of divine guidance isn't ending here. Archangel Michael says, you are chosen as a light for others. Your story will show them how to overcome betrayal. Your wisdom will guide them into safety and peace. Your blessings will inspire them to trust in their own journey. This is more than your victory. It is also your testimony for others. Your life is becoming an example of strength and favor. And this is only the beginning. Type Amen 92431. The woman who once smiled with hidden motives will soon face silence from those who once believed her. Her friend who once supported her will watch as trust slips away completely. Deception may succeed for a time, but truth always wins in the end. You are living proof of that victory right now. Every scheme has collapsed. Every mask has broken. Every chain has fallen. And the freedom you feel is greater than the weight you once carried. Don't look back at them, for they belong to the past. Look forward because the horizon is glowing with your destiny. This horizon is filled with peace, with love, with abundance. It is your inheritance and it cannot be stolen. Type in 63521. Archangel Michael says, carry this clarity as your shield in every step. Let no one rewrite your worth. Let no one minimize your light. Keep your boundaries strong, your spirit gentle, and your vision sharp. You are no longer vulnerable. You are victorious. Every decision you make now will flow from wisdom, not fear. Every connection you build will be rooted in truth, not deceit. Every blessing you receive will be safe, not stolen. This is the promise sealed over you now. The woman and her friend cannot undo it. No matter how they try, your story has shifted permanently into triumph. Type in 56321. Before this story reaches its final moment, receive this. You did not arrive at Michael's divine shield by chance. You were led here at this exact hour because heaven had something to place in your hands. Through the link in the description and pinned comment, you can step into the Michael's Divine Shield community, a guarded faith-filled sanctuary where divine protection is not a wish, but a promise standing on the Word. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate access to daily devotions, spiritual warfare tools, and divine insights the world will never hand you. Inside Michael's Divine Shield, you will find guidance for every decision. Unwavering covering on our prayer wall and rapid movement toward the destiny already written over your life. Do not let this moment pass. Your breakthrough is standing at the door. And if you want to carry this covering into your home, our guided ebooks and Bibles are waiting in the pinned comment. Whether you join Michael's Divine Shield as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence shifts the atmosphere. Take the step. Your protection and your abundance are waiting.